How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my review of Nottingham Forest versus West Ham United. That finished early on today at the London Stadium. So yeah, finished 3-2 to West Ham, and it was a very open game, very end-to-end game, very, I don't know what the word would be. Not weird, but I don't know. I'll explain what I mean. So obviously West Ham took the lead very early on through Lucas Paqueta. Dominguez tried to play a ball out wide to Olena. There was a couple of players in the way. I think 2 Forest players and maybe a West Ham player. It hit off one of them, fell to Paqueta, and a lovely finish from him. When that went in, I was thinking, right, okay, this could be a long day. This could be like an away game of last season kind of thing. It didn't look good, but we actually held, kind of got ourselves into the game. The first half was a game, a few chances in the first half. West Ham had 1 or 2 efforts other than the goal. Couple of speculative efforts kind of thing, and we had a couple of chances, pulled out a really good save from Areola, but then just before the break, 44th minute, Awoniyi was there to tap in tapping the rebound from a good teamwork well worked goal. Gibbs, I think, was with the original shot, and then it was Awoniyi who followed it up. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention in the preview for this. Not that he'll ever see this, but congratulations to Gibbs White and his partner on their newborn baby. Shame we couldn't score today and whip out the rocking the baby celebration or something like that. Some kind of thing. I don't know. The baby boss or celebrate, whatever they do when they get the baby. It would have been pretty cool to see that, but unfortunately it didn't quite fall for him today in that respect. But Awoniyi scored just before the break. Really good to have him back and have him back firing. And then the second half was, like they were saying in commentary, it was chalk and cheese. There was the first half, there was chances few and far between. It was kind of like they had a few chances, we had 1 or 2 chances, both kind of scored a goal, and it was a tightly in the balance game. Second half, it was wide open. It was really weird, the second half. A lot of the time, we were getting the ball and we were playing a pass that was undercooked, and they were taking a touch to try and sneak in. It was going back to Vlachodimos, or it just felt really weird. The game was very stretched, and a lot of sort of errors on the ball were taking place and things. We scored through Alanga, a really good goal, really good finish. I don't know why in the 66th minute or whatever it was, he was whipping his shirt off in celebration. I don't know why he did that. I could understand if it was 84th minute maybe, and he thinks he's won the game, but with a good 25 minutes left to play, I don't quite know why he was taking his top off. I don't know if there was another reason in behind that, whether there's it was kind of like a relief he scored, pardon me, or what it is, I don't know. But I think it was a bit of a strange one. And they had that sort of sports vest kind of thing. I don't know if it was one of those GPS trackers, I'm not sure, but he chucked that off when he scored and whipped that off. I don't know if that was aggravating him and he just wanted a reason to kind of take it off, and he did it when he scored. I don't know, but he scored. It was a good goal, and then 2 minutes later, a James Ward-Prowse corner was headed in by Jared Bowen, and he made it 2-2, and then 3 minutes before the end, they scored again. It was Thomas Souček from another James Ward-Prowse corner. And it was a strange second half, really. We played really well, but then there were moments where we defended really weirdly and not good at all. We gave away too many free kicks and too many corners, I think. And obviously, James Ward-Prowse is expert at those. I think he might be one of the best set piece, dead ball specialists in this division, if not in Europe. He's brilliant at it, and his corners caused so much damage. There was one where he put a ball in and Vlachodimos went to punch it away. It kind of flicked off his flicked off there, and he managed to sort of hold on to it. But yeah, those corners caused us so many problems, and they scored twice from them. And look, it's a disappointing game, disappointing result. I think second half we played really well and we probably could have got something more out of it. But yeah, look, it's disappointing because obviously we want to go out there and win every single game we can, and we played well enough probably to get 3 points. But I think for me, you can be disappointed, and that's absolutely fair enough, and I think we all are. But I'm not like raging like I was maybe against Luton or whatever, or some of the away games last season. West Ham away last season, we lost 4-0. You know, we weren't outplayed. We weren't second best. We didn't look weak like we have done in previous away games sort of last season. There were games we went into away and we just looked very fragile, didn't look like we were that bothered. But this time we looked really up for it. We looked a lot more solid. We looked like we were creating chances. We looked like we were really kind of getting ourselves involved and really showing that we were in there. We weren't just sort of turning up and kind of almost like, I don't know how you would describe it, but kind of like a layer over like a massive hole, and it was. This sounds a bit weird, but the only way I can kind of describe it is sort of some games last season away from home, we were like turning up and we were like a very thin material over like a big crack or a big hole, and it's like we turned up and then they sort of, as soon as they attacked, as soon as they opened that, like had a go at us, the small little covering broke and it was just a massive mess, a massive hole, a massive kind of crack. But this season it's like we're a lot more solid. We don't necessarily get through to that position where we're cracking and where the absolute mess occurs. Hopefully that made sense. But yeah, we looked a lot more solid, and I think in pretty much every fixture, bar probably one this season, which was Liverpool away, we've improved on the result that we got last season, especially now away. I mean, let's have a look. We first away game 2-1 against Arsenal, better than the 5-0. Chelsea, we actually beat them 1-0, better than the 2-2 draw. Palace 0-0, and I think Palace, I guess you could look at it in one or two ways. We kept a clean sheet, but we didn't score. Whereas in the last time we scored but conceded one, so that's a bit of a you know. It depends how you look at things. City, we only lost 2-0, where it was 5-0 last time. You know, today it was a 3-2 loss, whereas before it was a 4-0 loss beforehand. Just trying to work out what the other away game is that I'm missing, if I have missed it. It was Man United, where we lost 3-0, and then this time we ended up losing only 3-2, where it was 3-0 last season kind of thing. So, look, you know, we're improving, and okay, it might not be an improvement that we want to see in terms of the fact that we want to be winning these games and not sort of losing them, but losing them by less goals or sort of drawing games where last season we would have lost them. I know it's not ideal, and I know it's not what we want, and we want to be winning more games than we were doing last season and things like that, but we're a team in transition. We're a team who are adapting to the Premier League. Maybe not in transition, but we're a team adapting to the Premier League. A team that are trying to make our name established in this division, make our name a permanent fixture. So if we're getting results that are better than last season, but maybe not a win, it's still an improvement. And there was a graphic that was put up after the Villa game on Match of the Day, and I think it compared us from this point last year to this point this year, and we're probably, I think, 7 points better off. We were rock bottom last time. We were much worse off goal difference wise. I think we'd only won once all season. This time last year, we've sort of won. I think it's 3 times we've won this season. We're 13th, or we were at that point. We're 15th now. We've got a much better goal difference. I think it's -4 or something like that now, whereas it was minus something silly like -20. Whereas, you know, this point last season we'd kind of lost. I think we lost 4-0 to Leicester. We'd lost 6-0 to City. You know, so we're in a much better position, and I think someone put a tweet out where they were saying, like, you know, is this where we want to be? Probably not. Have we improved? Yes. Are we going to stay up comfortably this season? Yes. And I agree with that. You know, I think we're going to be in a position, if we continue to play the way we did, the rub of the green will go in our favour sometimes. You know, sometimes it'll be us getting the last minute winner. Sometimes, you know, we'll be getting the point kind of thing. And look, if we play like we did today, we can get the points that we need. You know, looking at the performance, I'm encouraged. Looking at maybe parts of the moment in the game, I'm like, that needs to be eradicated. But overall, I'll take it. I'll take the positives. I'll take the performance. I'll take the way that we were able to score 2 goals on the road. I mean, you look at last season. I don't know if we even scored 2 goals on the road all season. So to score twice, actually we scored 2 against Liverpool last season, but to score 2 away goals is something that was a rarity last season, and it's something that we've done already this year. So, pardon me. So look, I'm taking the positives. And moving on. We've got the international break now, and that's a good thing for me because I think you look at some of the players that we were missing. Murillo kind of went down, had to be replaced. I'm hoping that's not too bad. I'm hoping that he's able to sort of sort that out between now and the 25th. That it gives us a good opportunity to look at the positives, look at the negatives, work on keeping the positives and changing the negatives and be ready to get up and go again. But look, overall, I will take the positives. You see a lot on Twitter with Forest fans, and I think it's a lot of fan bases, not just us. But it's been highlighted by a few accounts this weekend, especially after today's performance. It seems like a lot of our fan base are either well up here or way down here when it comes to a performance. Like after Villa, everyone was up here, and rightly so. And they were saying, "Oh, Cooper is our man. Cooper's the one we want. We trust in Cooper. I'm booking my hotel to Karabakh next year, Europa Conference League. Here we come," kind of thing. And then we go and lose a game, and it's like, oh, Cooper needs to go. He's not the man for the job. He's taken us as far as we can go. I know our season was over the minute that Johnson walked out the door. We're going to be fighting relegation again. Next season we're going to be playing against the likes of Preston and Coventry and I don't know who's an average Championship team. My mind's just gone completely blank. What am I doing here? Why can't I think of another Championship side? Come on, Jack. Pick out a Championship team. Let's go with Huddersfield. There we go. That'll do. They're going they go from one extreme to the complete other. They're going from over here being like, oh yeah, a brilliant win. I love the Premier League. We've got some incredible players. Our midfield is fantastic. Our defence is excellent. We bullied so-and-so and this, that and the other. To then lose the game, it's like, oh, that player's poor. He's shaky. He's not Premier League quality. He needs to be dropped. Cooper don't know what he's doing. He's making poor decisions. And it's just like, there's no middle ground. We lose today, and my mindset is like, okay, look, we lost, but it's an improvement. We go again in the next game. We've got Brighton at home, who aren't doing as amazing as they have been. They drew against Sheffield United today, so there's that. But look, we go again. We pick ourselves up, get ready to go next time we play, and we take the positives and work on the negatives. I don't think you need to really lose your head too much on this. But look, that's just what we do as football fans. It's an emotional game. You get very invested. A brilliant win. I love the Premier League. We've got some incredible players. Our midfield is fantastic. Our defence is excellent. We bullied so-and-so and this, that and the other. To then lose the game, it's like, oh, that player's poor, he's shaky, he's not Premier League quality, he needs to be dropped. Cooper don't know what he's doing, he's making poor decisions. And it's just like, there's no middle ground. We lose today, and my mindset is like, okay, look, we lost, but it's an improvement. We go again in the next game. We've got Brighton at home, who aren't doing as amazing as they have been. They drew against Sheffield United today, so there's that. But look, we go again. We pick ourselves up, get ready to go next time we play, and we take the positives and work on the negatives. I don't think you need to really lose your head too much on this. But look, that's just what we do as football fans. It's an emotional game, and you get very invested emotionally, and that's just what happens. So I'm not blaming anyone for doing that, but I'm just saying there needs to be a bit more kind of rationale in your thinking a little bit more, rather than just having an absolute paddy as soon as we concede less. unless we concede more than our opposition. But yeah, let us know what you thought of the game down below. If I had to give it a Nottingham Forest man of the match, I think Gibbs White played really well. Made things happen in that midfield. Vlachodimos, even though he conceded 3, I think he looked alright, to be honest with you. That was that one moment all at Aida where he tried to hit it back to Vlachodimos and he missed it. Like, it was a little bit too short, and I think it might have been Souček who snuck in and hit the crossbar, and I was thinking, blooming heck. Yeah, I'll give it to Gibbs White. But yeah, smash the like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new around here. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the game and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Reds.